Hey gang, what's up? Welcome back here to another edition of the Fishing Teacher, and thanks for checking out today's video, much appreciated. Guys, today we're going to give you some tips and advice on how to catch bass in the summer on a black zoom trick worm. This is a highly specialized technique. It's one of my favorite ways to catch bass anytime in July, August, and September. So I'll give you guys some good ways to catch some fish on that. So let's try to get through the video here, man. I've got some really bad seasonal allergies now, sneezing and coughing and just clearing my throat, so bear with me on that, man. It's really bad here in Southwest Missouri. So real quick, guys, before we get started here on the video, if you're interested in getting some of these trick worms, I'll put the Baitworks link in the description to the trick worm. Use that link, it can help the channel out. And also, please check out our summer lake map breakdowns on fishthemoment.com. I'll put the link in the description for that if you're struggling to catch fish on your favorite lake, so much appreciated there. Okay guys, black zoom trick worm. I'm gonna say right off the bat, probably over the past 20 years, there's been more bass caught on a zoom trick worm than any other plastic worm in history. I'm not really talking about the Cinco. The Cinco is probably, the soft plastic stick bait is probably a little bit more, but when you're talking about just a straight worm, man, this trick worm is a fish catching deal. You can fish it on a shaky head or Texas rig or a lot of different ways, so we're gonna get into that. So specifically, guys, for whatever reason, the black works really good in the summertime. Now, most of the year, I'm using some type of a green pumpkin or watermelon. That watermelon purple is actually my favorite. But in the summertime, when that water gets hot, I catch a ton of fish on the black. There's something about the way the black silhouettes in the water that the fish really like it in that hot water. And what I'm looking for, again, is some type of off-colored water. If you guys watch the channel a lot here, the videos I've been doing the last couple weeks, you hear me talking a ton about off-colored water, and off-colored water is critical for a lot of these techniques that I'm teaching in the summertime. Now, when I'm talking about off-colored, I'm talking about water visibility anywhere less than 3 feet. So when I'm fishing a trick worm, I like it 3 feet maximum down to about maybe 12 inches of visibility, sort of that 1 to 3 foot zone. There's two primary ways I fish this. The way I fish it, guys, is I Texas rig it on a 3/16 ounce sinker, like a 2-aught straight shank hook, and I flip it and pitch it around any shallow cover. If you've got shallow grass, if you've got stumps, laydowns, docks, that type of stuff, in that water visibility of say 1 to 2 foot, guys, this is deadly, man. There is very few lures that will get more bites in those conditions than a black zoom trick worm. It's just super deadly. The other way I like to fish it, and I catch a lot of fish in the summertime, is on a shaky head, fishing a little bit deeper if the water's a little bit clearer. So if the lake you have has around that 2.5 to 3 foot visibility, if you can see down about that far, one of my favorite ways to catch them, guys, is I just like to fish points. Just get on main lake points, secondary points, rig up the black shaky head, the black trick worm on an 1/8 ounce shaky head. I'll usually use it on an 8-pound test line and just fan cast those points in anywhere between, say, 8 to 20 foot of water. And there's something about a black trick worm, they don't see it a lot on a shaky head. For whatever reason, again, when that water's hot, even if it's 20 foot deep, a lot of fish will bite this. If there's a fish down there on a point, it's gonna hit a black trick worm. So anyway, guys, it's just a color. It's another one of those deals to add to your arsenal. Doesn't get fished a whole lot. There's other ways to fish it too. I catch a lot of fish at other times of the year, like throwing on a wacky rig or sometimes Carolina rigging it. But in the summertime of year, pitch it and flip it around shallow cover, fish it on a shaky head on points, and it will get you some bites. In fact, I got a on the water lesson tomorrow at Table Rock Lake, and I will have some of these in the boat with me. So hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll talk later.